Channel trailer V1 by Warthog1YT. So this is a little bit of a special one. This is one of those that I had somebody actually email me, a business email, and they're like, hey, gonna cut to the chase. Would you mind reacting to my stuff? I got some cool stuff I'd like to show you. So looking through, found this channel trailer, and let's go take a look at it, because as someone that does React content, my inevitable goal is to be able to, you know, have enough consistent metrics to look at smaller YouTubers, to look at smaller creators, to try and signal boost them. So let's see what they have to offer for us today. I like the intro. Okay. I think it was held a little too long. I'm checking my vital sign, my battle lines going to war. We're gonna, just in case, we're gonna lower that audio. So it looks like this is supposed to be a montage. Apparently this is Arma 3. So we have a bunch of establishing shots going on. I'm trying to see what the direction is. Right? Because what's the through line in this? Trying to get some long shots. I get it. Okay. I like that. I like being able to, using action, right? I like being able to turn a corner like that. Good shot. This might have been good if there was this scene was like a third of the length. Good establishing, though. I like the idea there. Trying to figure out how you'd make that firefight better. Okay, so kind of a Rainbow Six Siege kind of thing, right? Going. So I think what I'd like to see more of these shots, right? I'd like to see more of the follow through, if that makes sense. So if we go back to the plane, right? So we're setting up, right? We have this establishing shot, right? We're entering the plane. Kind of reminds me of a Rainbow Six Siege map, right? We're entering here. We can see either the AI or the second person over on the right, and we're kind of going in, right? We can see, oh, there's, you know, body on the ground. We're going to continue through this, right? And then we just shift scene completely. So I think there's a little too much jump around. Like that one was fine, right? Like this is fine, right? It's a self-contained clip where you have the setup, right? You know, so you have the setup, night vision, comes up, pop him, you're done with the scene, right? I like that. It's self-contained. Okay. Swing open door. Setting the scene. Flashlight check. Like that was good. That entire thing right there, this entire sequence was fine. I liked this. You're setting it up, right? Checking lights, moving forward, popping, firefight ensues, right? Pop, you're done with the scene. So I like when they're self-contained like that. That I think was a good showcase. A little bit of frame rate issue there, but that's just Arma. I know it's the engine. Because at this point, we're grading it kind of like an AMV kind of thing, right? Like showing shenanigans, right? Awesome. I like this. And for the music, it's out of beat. It could be, honestly, because I'm not paying attention to the music, but I think the music choice could have been different. I think you're right on that. See, another self-contained clip. Okay, we're showing the outside of the helicopter, right? Like, that was fine. I think this is out of place, though. Okay. The last scene... Okay, so this if this was the ending, this would have been fine. But the fact that we have Welcome to Rock Climb with Morons and it goes to another scene completely, we don't have enough time to establish and go from there. I think it was good. I think that there could be some polish on this. And if we're going to go for, as the email was saying, funny Arma shenanigans, that kind of thing, you know, videos like this, right? I like that. I think that there needs to be some kind of a through line. And I went through this on, I believe it was... I think it was a Dragon Spit. I think it was Dragon's Lethal Company video, right? And this is a critique. This isn't to be me, to clarify, right? This is to be a critique. Someone is like, Kip, react to my thing, right? Tell me what you think, right? Do the thing, right? So let's react to this in an organic and constructive manner, right? I like that we have things that establish. Cool. Awesome, right? what is it? Chekhov's gun, right? If there's a gun in the first scene or something like that, it's expected to be used throughout. And I guess like you could argue, well, there's the helicopter and then we end with the helicopter, right? So you could argue that, right? But you know, the initial setting seems like it's going to be, oh, we're in for this, you know, this night operation, this night op. Then we go into I feel like this whole sequence, the helicopter sequence, this could have been summarized a little better. Entering compound, I get it. I think it's a little too slow. If at a certain point you're going to use a slow intro like this, you're going to want to kind of like the setup, right? Like if you're playing Rainbow Six Siege, that kind of thing, have it be your drone, your setup phase, right? Looking for what they're doing, seeing if they're castling certain walls, seeing where they're setting some whatever the toxic one is. I can't remember. The one with the stupid poison mines, right? So this is your setup phase, right? But we're going ham into the action. I think that kind of breaks that expectation of the viewer a little bit. Long range shot, kind of cool. I like it, showcasing the drift. I don't like that we didn't have the follow through on that, right? So we have an establishing shot, right? We got crosshairs on. We're going to zoom in, right? Wait for that perfect shot, but the perfect shot never comes. I think if we had fulfillment on that, I think it would have been a lot better. No idea why we're in the forest, right? And then at that point, do we have to argue, is this going to be a solo thing or is this a group thing? Because if it's a group thing, we clearly have them, you know, dancing later on in the video, right? Here, right? We have them dancing around. We have them doing things, right? And so I guess what is the intent behind this? If you're wanting a kind of channel trailer, if you're wanting a, you know, whether it's going to be a Arma music video, whether it's going to be doing funny shenanigans, something like Rubik's Raptor, Remy Down Under, whether you want it to be like a Russian Badger video, that kind of thing, what is your through line? And that's the thing that I can focus. I don't really see a through line other than we show up, we do shenanigans, sometimes we do some really cool things, then we get together, and then, you know, and then we're kind of out, right? And this is supposed to be leading to the outro. Welcome to their channel, right? I think the video was good. I think that if it had a, and I keep saying it, and I don't want it to lose meaning, if it had that through line, if it had that focus, right? So let's take it into the night op kind of thing, right? Let's take it into using the intro, take it into a night op situation, and, you know, shows, you know, the logical transition being that we'll take it off from in the dark, we'll move forward, right? Maybe we land in the forest, right? We land in the forest. Eventually we get to, you know, bunkers, but I'm going to breach and clear into the bunker, right? Very slow, very methodical, right? Especially with the music choice, very slow and very methodical in the beginning. And then we start ramping it up to some of the firefights, right? In the building with night vision, right? Turning on your night vision, having a firefight in the hallway, being able to, you know, go into higher fire strikes, seeing mortars and stuff come down, going to, you know, leaving extract, right, having fun, dancing, and then goes into channel, the channel logo, right? But you see how it's telling a story, it's organically happening, it's not just a mishmash of clips. You see how there's a line. Chat saying it's generic, and that's the thing. Like, I don't want to be mean to it. I don't think that this is bad. I think that this is better than some videos I've seen on YouTube. Honestly, better than Sniper Wolf Reacts I've seen. If I'm being completely honest, there was effort that went into this. I'm confused on the direction, and I think that especially if this is one of their earlier projects, right? When they can hone that, when they're able to kind of locate in what they want to do and be able to express that kind of thing. Low bar. Honestly, I I write off a lot of her videos, but you get what I'm saying, right? I think that the passion is here. I think that there's something here. It's how do you tie all of these loose ends, right? How do you tie them together? And once you have that style, you start to develop your format, you start to develop your quirks, you start to develop what you do. And I think finding that identity is going to be really helpful. I do agree with Mr. Beast on the time for just turning on your computer and just playing a game, like playing Minecraft. It's over, right? You want to go in, okay, what's going to happen, right? What do we want to see, right? If I'm going in and I'm going to play Destiny, it's one thing to just go through and play Root of Nightmares. It's another thing to go and play Root of Nightmares where we're all running Darcy and we're duoing planets, right? Which one of these sounds more interesting? Which one of these sounds like it's going to have more twists and turns, right? So, honestly, I mean, this thing, it sounds like it is a music clip. But when that's the channel trailer, and the channel trailer is going to be the thing it's supposed to grab your attention, right? I think there's something here. I think it just needs to get focused. I think that we just need to kind of work with what you got, right? And I think you can put out quality products and stuff. So that's kind of my take on that. I do want to say thank you for, reaching out, saying, hey, I watching your stuff, gonna cut the crap. Would you mind reacting to one of my things? So, I hope that this was fair. I hope that you didn't take this, negatively. That's never my intent, right? Especially if we're doing a critique. This is kind of a constructive sort of thing. So thank you. I do appreciate that. And honestly, yeah, I try to get around as many requests as I can, but genuinely, it's like I want to get to a point where I can watch pretty much anything, whether it's going to be critiquing something, commenting on something, whether it's going to be reacting to an event that's happening, right? And be able to really signal boost people, especially because I know how hard it is to get started on the platform. I get it. So thank you all for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, especially if it's, constructive, that kind of thing. Please refrain from the negative. This is, they reached out to me. They wanted me to kind of react to what they were doing and give my thoughts, opinions on it. And, I hope that I did provide. Thank you for reaching out. I really do appreciate it. See you all in the next one.